And we are underway in Buffalo. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
Ready up.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Max Crosby, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Okay, partner, a couple points of interest right here, all right? Offensively, we see that they came out throwing the football, but maybe more importantly, the blitz that came defensively, they got right after it.
And you were telling me pregame before we came on air, you think this is something we could see a lot.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it because this is a unit that wants to play the game on their terms.
Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Give the sack to David Onyemata, the product of Nigeria by way of Canada. Boy, how about this to start a ball game? That's twice in a row now, Charles, that they get to it.
And how often do we talk about offenses that operate off of a script to begin games? Feels like this defense had their script together on this one, and their script said put the quarterback down and do it fast.
Now on third down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. Fourth down, so Jake Camarda is out there. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. And take it right on the 30. And he goes out right around the 39. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So good field position for the Bills as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. 2nd down, another shot for Jones. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And he's got it inside the 10. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. CeeDee Lamb. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bills get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down and score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stop it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done.
He tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Now a first down carry by Jones. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. 44 yards rushing for him now in just his first 3 carries.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of...
And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. C.D. Lamb. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bills are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. The first play of the drive there is incomplete.
And he's missed now in his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll set up to throw. He's got a man, complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Back to throw again. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. Again, he'll drop to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. They'll look to throw again. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Myles Garrett in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And the deficit will hold pat at 13.
And this is a commentary on today's kickers and just how good they are that a coach would think about running his guy out there to try a 59-yarder. Here it backfires on him, but as a kicker, you have to appreciate the confidence that they showed in you.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. 2nd and 4. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Bills. C.D. Lamb. doing it again with his third touchdown here in the opening quarter, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. And again, it's no good. A few boo birds coming out as he's missed his second extra point here in the first half. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone, as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave them with a second and just a few inches left. Now back to throw. Toward the sideline, he will have the first down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet in bounds. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that's caught inside the 35. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That's once again complete to Chark. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that ball is caught by DJ Chark for the Jags touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars get a bit closer. No problem there on the extra point. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Now they come into this one with an 0-8 record. The playoffs obviously out the window weeks ago. For now, their season boils down really to one question. How do we come up with that first win?
It's a great question, and I do think that they'll get it because they've been close a few times. But in order to get it done, morale has to stay high, so a lot of that goes on the coaching staff. You know, easy to coach when you're 7-1. That's a piece of cake. But with their record right now, how do they manage to keep these guys going in the right direction? And they're going to need some help from some of those veterans in the locker room as well.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Open man Lamb, it's complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. An inside give to Jones. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll look to throw here. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
The offense schemed going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
Out of the gun now on third down. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on third down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Back to throw here. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he is going to have the Bills first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. The Bills at 0-8 now on the year, and they come in mired in a brutal stretch right now, losers of 8 straight games.
Could you imagine being in those coaches' rooms right now? And you remember the old expression, there's no such thing as a bad idea? That's really true right here. They're searching for any idea, anything that can galvanize this team and find a victory and get them out of this losing spin.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. On play action, they'll throw. They'll roll him out right. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. He broke that line of scrimmage and then let it fly, and that's an automatic flag.
Yeah, and you know, you don't just lose the 5 yards there, but you lose it down as well. So he obviously needs to have better awareness about what he's going to do. Either tuck it and go or throw to a target and get that pass away.
And that hits off the left upright, and it caroms away, no good. And this will stay a 12-point game. And no mistaking that sound. It reverberated through the whole stadium.
And it's the sound, Brandon, no kicker wants to hear. It looked like he had it on target the whole way, but the upright said,
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And this one is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here we go, set. Yellow, go.
They're going to try and throw. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. There he goes, left side. The 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. But no surprise to see that one, partner. The league's #1 defense coming through with a huge pick 6.
And it's plays like that one that have made them the most feared group to face this year. Offenses, they're trying to figure out how to work around them rather than work through them. Big-time impact playmakers scattered throughout the unit on every level, and they can change a game at a moment's notice.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. That is caught by Lamb. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick six just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman. So,
oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Lewis Seen. And the Jaguars are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. And that now 2 interceptions thrown in the second quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one. And they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception.
And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Max Crosby. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. So we've come to halftime in a 5-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. Taken in at the 3. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. They'll try and run for it with Jones. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. They'll try and throw for it here. They're able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on, or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll set up a throw. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Looking to throw. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. They'll try the right side with Jones. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. He'll look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And the Jags are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying up.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Well, Charles, just some visibly frustrated players and coaches on that sideline right now because those halftime adjustments didn't work. The turnover problems continuing here in the second half, and the defense now sitting pretty comfortably as a result of that pick 6.
And that's a great observation, too, Brandon, because they did make adjustments at halftime. But how about this other group staying a step ahead despite whatever happened in that other locker room? No surprise they're leading, and it's appropriate that those defenders got to add to the lead directly.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. Ball hit as he throws there, incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far and brings up third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll set up to throw. And he completes it to the tight end, Knox. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. First down, here's the run with Cook. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
Well, it's not time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
On second down, Cook. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
third down, he'll drop to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They're going to look to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Jags come up empty on fourth down. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Bills on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Now back to throw. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. And they pick up 25 as they convert on third. Running right, Jones. Troy Anderson, the man on the tackle. 5 yards remain on second down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's got the tight end, Mo Alley Cox. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. Well, clear running situation, trying to take time off the clock. You ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they'd shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit him over the top.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Tackle made that time by Aleem McNeil. Well, no doubt here in the fourth quarter, this is a huge defensive series.
Hey, they can read the scoreboard. They realize if they give up a field goal here, this game might be out of reach. They understand the stakes and are playing accordingly.
And here's Jones again on second down. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll drop to throw. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Tyler Conklin, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Bills add on to their lead, and they appear poised to break this long losing streak. The extra point by Sly is up and good, and that will make this a 19-point game. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
Let's go.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll bring up second down. They'll look to throw. it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
That incompletion brings us one step closer to the end of this one. Maybe mercifully, partner. And let's face it, though. No surprise, they're still flinging it around. They have pride, too.
Here we go. Set. Hustle.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Back to throw again. His throw incomplete.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try and throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Dawson Knox, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Jags have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point up and through. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a mistake, a surprising mistake there in the kicking game as he sends that one out of bounds. Good starting field position for him as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And he's got it inside the 10. Touchdown. CeeDee Lamb, 60 yards. And the Bills have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and that will make this a 19-point game. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20, and the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Back to throw here. Works right side into the hands of the tight end Knox. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Max Crosby able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational, CD. That is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack as a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. That one looks like he'll throw here. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. CD Lamb, an 18-yard touchdown grab, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. The extra point by Sly is up and good, and that will bump the lead up to 26. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next context.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on first and goal. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on off.
And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit. But for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not in their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is, you stop us, we're not supposed to pull back ourselves.
And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the fourth. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. and never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again, and who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Third down, here's a run by Cook. And he's got room. And he will finally be tracked down at the Bills' 38-yard line.